man, the myth, the legend. My name is Yesh. Quick live stream. I think I'm going to do one tomorrow. Um, not much to talk about right now. But other than that, I'll hold on. Let me make sure. See, Travel, what up, man? Let me turn this off, yo. Because you might be hearing me through my Bluetooth. Turn this off. Yeah, my Bluetooth won't turn on, bro. That's weird, man. Y'all be with it. I don't know why this junk won't turn on. I've never seen nothing like that before. That's why. Yeah, I just let it turn off on its own. But again, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you're here with me, and I appreciate that, Travis. Passports up, everything else down. It's the man, the myth, the legend. My name is Brazil. Yes, salute to y'all, man. Yeah, it was good. Righteous Media Group, what's up? See Traveler, what up, yo? Yeah, my Bluetooth won't turn off. I don't know why it won't turn off, but it's all good. Y'all hear the traffic going by. I'm just sitting outside. I got to get off here in probably like 15 minutes, 10 minutes. As soon as the sun go down over there, I got to get off of here. Um, but, yo, real talk, the, everything is changing. People say, well, yes, I told y'all about the double bind several times. I told y'all to look into it. I've written books on deep intellectual thought. I'm finishing a book right now that shows us how to deal with our interactions and how you can make people upset and not make people upset. It's a gift and a curse. Going overseas, you see this. You see societies where all of this is happening. I don't know why everybody coming on the porch now, but I'm gonna go in in a second. So, with that being said, it's celebration time to the next thing that we have to work on. Uh, Man, let's just say if I ever win the lottery, man, I'm talking about millions of dollars, man. The first thing I'm going to do is buy an island, or I know how dudes think that go to other countries. The first thing I'm going to do is buy a section of an area in a popular area, and I'm going to put that location as an event center for tourists. Because no place I've been all over the place, and no place has something where the tourists could just sit there all day long and just have a blast. I have yet to see it. Whether they want to sit there free, whether they just want to. There's nothing, not even a free section. So that's what a lot of these countries are lacking. A lot of these countries are lacking that, man. But I just say when you do stuff, and then of course it's going to cost you money. You're going to lose money on the front end, and and hopefully gain money on the back end. So who knows? Um, but there's not an area, a section, or I can't believe this Bluetooth doesn't turn off. That is so weird to me. I've never seen that before in my life. A Bluetooth that doesn't shut off, no matter what you do to it. That's how you know it's cheap. But I'm cheap. What do you expect? Um, and all of the donations, I do something with the donations. Y'all don't understand. I'm a dude that's working towards something. So I appreciate every donation I ever got on here. Travel Country before, Roll Out Dow, Mark B, all of the fellas that they get entertained and get inspired by my words, and they don't. You others, you just want to sit there and just feed off. You bloodsuckers, you know better than the women that you talk about. I told you this. There's fellas that get online, they know better than the women they talk about. Then they go overseas and try to meet the women that they quote unquote despise. You're that very woman you despise. You do that to other men. You do that to engagement with men, um, motivating you and stuff like that. So all of these years, I've been putting out so much of my mental acuity to the airwaves of the internet, right? Just with my vocal pathways, not even visual, just vocal pathways, and the same guys are just parasites, and they ought to be ashamed of themselves. But they are the very women. They hate the women that they are. Let me repeat: these men hate the women that they are. You guys are just like that. You take from, you bleed, you parasitic, you all of that thing. You a succubus, whatever the words you guys use. You're all of that. And you're always going to be all of that. Because that's in your DNA, that's in your nature. That's in you to despise men and have this affinity for women but dislike them at the same time. It's just weird. It's just a weird dichotomy that you put yourselves into, and you think it's normal. It's not. So that's why they can talk all of that. I don't like women. Women ain't doing it. This conversations don't bother me. That's why, again, the double bind. Y'all expect me to try to be on your good side? I don't care about you guys' good side. I've never cared all these years. Y'all see the way I talk? If I really cared, I would really be concerned. But no, as long as the Most High is in my life, as long as the Most High is driving, you guys hate women, and it's you. You're the very women that you hate. You do the very things that you do to them. You got people that get inspired by me. I inspire them, and they come on here and they just suck. So, good careers, they just want to bleed you your information and act like. Sometimes I talk to guys in person, and I know you could tell somebody's listening to somebody off the internet by how their demeanor is, their delivery on conversational, and so you'll hear it and you'll be like, yo, you sound like this person who's a buffoon, but then you sounded like me, and I gave you the information that you're espousing to me. It's just weird. You're like, huh? And then you're like, I've never seen you comment in the comment section. I've never seen you donate. I've never seen you say you purchased a book or proof that you even purchased a book. Just weird. So when you start hearing that, man, you start seeing that, it'll change you on to how the internet is. And you'll realize the internet is the fake part. Life is the real part. The internet is the fake part. Everybody can be anything and anyone, or because they can't be seen, but they can use their fingers and their energy to put out negativity, positivity, or lies, which is the main thing people do. Lies on the lie net. So it doesn't. That's why I don't care about being on somebody's good side. They don't hate you regardless. They're not gonna like you. They're not gonna share your information. They're just gonna suck it like the women that you talk about and use it and act like it's theirs. That's why I don't put any of my valuable information on here no more. Go get it in a book. Go grab a book. If you don't get it out of that, then you're an idiot. Just is what it is. So, really, again, but I appreciate those that really, really appreciate me, because I appreciate them. Is push and pull. And when I get a chance, I told you, when I get settled, I want to give everybody that's been faithful donators I gotta try to put 50 books together and give it out as a prize to one of them fellas. It's a lot of books to try to give out. So, and I want to sign every last one of them, so that way the fellas will have them. So they'll be, it might not be worth anything now, but that's just how it works. 20 years from now, 15 years from now, I remember that during Oprah's little reign that she had, right? There was a book called The Shack, and nobody, she just picked it up to mention it. The book just did crazy numbers, just off her mentioning it. Just picked it off the shelf, and that's just how it is now, because everything is so muddied and damp and saturated. So you have to have one of those lucky spills, because we seen that Puffy documentary. We seen what he did in that. You can do your numbers, you could do the, he pulled out $100 and said, here. But you guys are so quick to just sell your stuff. And I'm like, I'm not like that. Well, what you gonna do with the book? Or you ain't gonna make no money. We own you, everything. Okay. But I'm going to keep the rights to this, and I'm going to pass it on to family members, and I'm going to put something in there where they can't give it to you all. You all are treacherous. You're deceivers. You're demented. You're diabolical. You're devious. You're degenerates. You denigrate everything you touch. And I can keep going on and on with adjectives that describe those in these industries and these factions who don't want to be upstanding guys. So again, I don't mind people who don't like me. I don't care. Again, go back to the double bind effect. You're not going to get me into that till I lose my mind, worried about what people think of me. That's why everybody in your lifetime has gone crazy, because they did something that they couldn't live with. Because they, I want to do the right thing, but if I do the right thing, they're going to attack me because I'm not being raunchy enough. Nah, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. Same example I give you of the kid. You go hug the, Zeke, what up? Shout out to brother Zeke in here. Zeke in the damn building. So I understand that. I know the games, the tricks, the all of that. So you're not going to get my mind into that. I just don't care. That's how people just care about so many people's opinions. I'm like, why do y'all care about people's opinions so much? But then they try to use what I tell them on me, which is the dumbest shit. I'm like, well, yes, I don't care about your opinion, but you care about everybody else's opinion. But I ain't gonna care about the very person that tell you not to care about people's opinion, because everybody don't have your best interests at heart. You don't. Well, we gonna talk at Yesh, and I'm like, it's stupid. It don't make sense. Well, give everybody else your money. Think that you're friends with them, until you realize you're not. Go think that person really cares. That person only care about the couple dollars that you got to donate. So it's just like they try to use it with me as see me as competition. I say, I'm not your competition. I'm not your competition. I'm not the person that you should be despising and hating, but you'll get that later in life. There's those people that you reverence, that you cherish, that you high on this earth. Jay-Z told the crowd, he literally told the crowd, the interviewer, my presence is charity. Nobody have a problem with that because he's devilish. But if I said that, Yesh is being anti because you hold me to a higher standard. A middle finger to all of you. If I say it, I say it. If I don't, I don't. I've learned that in life. I'm going to say what I want. I'm going to do what I want within context. Within context. If I feel like talk about the Most High for 2-3 hours and being a person that you don't need to come around and sow discourse and anger and vitriol, I'll do that on the live stream if it is 0 people in here. I don't care. That's just how I move. But at one point, y'all had me. Before I started getting pseudo-intellectual, as some call me, I started caring about what everybody think on the low. I was acting like I didn't care and cared. And I was like, hold it. But now when I mention the Most High God of the true Israel, and I can say that and don't be scared or intimidated and say, yo, I do this when I want to, I do this I move, this scripture help me, this one focus me. I can do that and stand on my square versus before. I was like, oh, what do they think of me? Oh, if I say that, I'm going to lose the audience. Mother effer audience. Oh, man. So that's the difference between me and everybody else. They don't care in a devilish way. Jay-Z said my presence is charity, and people ate that up. Infamy, what up, y'all? And people ate that up. They ain't see a problem with it. They ain't see it as boastful, bragger. But if I say something like that, the way I speak, I got all type of targets on my back. But now I speak in the presence of the Most High. So I appreciate travel, man. Travel is not a need. Travel is a luxury. And we need to cherish that luxury. We do. All right, I got to get off of here. See y'all tomorrow, man. Tomorrow night, I go live late in the afternoon, right after the games and sports and stuff like that start coming on. But let me get focused for my 24 hours of just being focused and settled and praying to the Most High and things like that. So if you don't represent that, if you don't care about the Sabbath or anything like that, that's on you. I celebrate mine differently. Don't care what you looked up. Don't care what you represent. Don't give a F what you heard from a Hebrew Israelite, them guys that be yelling at people on the street. I don't care about none of that. That ain't me. I don't care about your Islam. I don't care about all of that. Get the scriptures, delve into them, and take guidance from those that know them. That's all I'm going to say. Peace.